Comes Around by Carlo. 100-degree days baked us to the bone. Santa Ana winds whipped westward from the high desert, towards the coast, keeping us all on edge. With relentless blistering heat, I knew bad shit was coming. But when you're in the joint, savage wind and blazing suns beats his soul-stifling cell any day. We let ourselves be herded into the yard. The herd broke apart. Some guys drifted to the shady spots. Some played hoops, pumped iron, or jogged around the oval track. Figuring to lie low, I sat alone, slouching on the bleachers, top row, overlooking the yard. I sat up straight when Piccolo Cesar stepped onto the rack. He was a short and wiry, with a weathered olive complexion and feral eyes with irises as dark and hard as ebony. He spoke softly and sparingly, but his eyes told you there was nothing soft about him. After weeks in the hospital, he appeared skeletal and jaundiced. A rival gang's leader, a man-beast we called Freak, shanked Cesar, stabbing him 19 times before dropping the shiv and leaving Cesar for dead. But Piccolo Cesar wouldn't die. Now on the track, he stretched his legs, walked a few stiff paces, and then trotted off on his first go-around. 3 or 4 paisanos joined him. On each lap around, 2 or 3 more runners joined the group until I couldn't pick out Piccolo Cesar in the pack. Among the weightlifters at the oval's far edge, Freak's massive shaved head popped up. Under the sun's glare, it glowed bright as he was a bear standing upright on his long, thick torso, balanced precariously on short, bowed legs. He was doing deadlifts, bending at the waist and then straightening, his tattooed arms taut as steel cables holding the heavy barbells. Each lap around, the runners slowed and stared each time as they passed Freak, and then went around again. Freak bent and straightened piston-like, lowering and then lifting the heavy weights. Several of the clique gathered surrounding. The runners slowed and passed Freak again. Once more around, the group stopped. I hardly noticed the scuffle until the weightlifters scattered and the runners dispersed, disappearing among other inmates around the yard. Sirens blared, whistles blew, guards with billy clubs rushed into the yard, scanned for suspects, shouted commands and curses. Others stood silently, their thumbs hooked into their belts or their arms crossed and resting on their pot bellies, watching as Freak's prostrate carcass bled into the dirt. On the yard, guys dropped to the ground, face down, their arms outstretched. I stood up and raised my hands. Alongside me, a voice croaked, "Hey, paisan!" I hadn't heard him climbing up the back of the bleachers, but there was Piccolo Cesar. I laughed and I said, "Freaky hour's what goes around comes around, huh?" Piccolo waved his left hand so the guards could see him, but held his right hand tight against his ribs. A rust-colored stain crawled across his shirt. He laughed. "Ain't it?" Hey guys, Mr. White here from Nexus of the Nebula. Thanks so much for tuning into our brand new Shotgun Honey series. If you like the content, please like and subscribe for more.